good looking figure though.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another not Marvel Legends action figure review on the Toybiz X2 X-Men United Super Poseable Wolverine with Battle Action Base. If you're trying to get your current Marvel Legends, you can do so at Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, where you can pick up your Marvel Legends and all kinds of other action figures. They have their daily deals and an awesome rewards points programs. Check them out, link in the description below. And while you're down there, please go ahead and give this video a like and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I know it's not a Thursday, but I just could not wait. I did pick this up on the Mercari, and this right here is just something I've been wanting for a very long time. I never picked it up right when it came out because I already had the Toybiz Series 3 Marvel Legends Wolverine, and my mentality back then was, hey, I have a Wolverine figure. I don't need to get this one right over here. So this is one that I've been wanting, especially because I did pick up the X2 Nightcrawler back in the day, and I'll compare the two later on in the video. But anyway, you can see a Hugh Jackman Wolverine right over there on the side, and then on the back you can see a synopsis for the film up here, and then you can see how you could use that battle attack action right over there. And there's a whole bunch of other figures that they're not showing over here. And then on this side you can see that the seller had some sticker on it, and you can see the Wolverine on the side, and then there's just a bunch of dust and stuff right over here on the top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Wolverine out of the packaging with his battle attack action base, looking a bit awkward. Those pegs are really close together, so getting Wolverine in a squatting pose while on this thing just looked coolest to me. Or you could put him in a vanilla pose, but hey, I thought I'd do this right over here. But anyway, yeah, that's the only accessory that comes with this figure. So let's get a closer look at it and its function, and then we'll take a closer look at Wolverine. So would you say this figure looks dead on Hugh Jackman? I don't think so. By the way, I did see Hugh Jackman dressed as Wolverine at San Diego Comic-Con one year. He was just topless walking around with the Wolverine claws. I didn't see his face, but I knew it was him because later on he had talked about it, and I just thought it was like a random basketball player walking around with claws on. It was weird. He is freaking tall. So anyway, looking at this head sculpt compared to one of the first X-Men movie head sculpts right here, you could see that not a huge improvement, but definitely better with this one right over here. Now there are some cool things going on with the sculpt, or the paint apps, I guess mostly, because I just don't think it looks like Hugh Jackman at all. I like how the hair came out, and I do like that we get a little bit of stubbly right over there. And the eyebrows look okay, and the teeth look good, but yeah, it's a much older figure. Doesn't look great, but still kind of cool. They have some paint added here to extend those mutton chops, so that's kind of neat. And there's looking at the back of the head, and then you can see on the back of the collar there's this nice X logo stitched on there. That looks really cool, and I think the stitching throughout on the figure actually looks really impressive. I really like that a lot. I also dig the orange trim, just the orange over black. It looks really cool. You know, San Francisco Bay Area people represent, and the whole torso looks really cool with all that stitching and that nice orange trim. The claws do look a little on the short side to me. I feel like they could have been longer, and they do look noticeably more straight than most Toybiz Wolverine claws, so that's pretty cool. You know, most of them come out really warped. On the right side, you know, one of them is a little bit off, but still, they mostly look really good. You have an open hand on his right hand, and then on the left side you have a closed fist, and then the whole biker suit continues on with the lower portion. There's your Wolverine butt, and you get that ribbed pattern for the legs right over there. The knee pads look pretty good to me too. Then the bottom portion of the legs are extremely wrinkly. I think they may have overdone it with the wrinkles, but hey, nice stitching right there on the boot, and we get some beautiful treads sculpted in there as well as the peg holes. Now I did not mention this earlier, but you can feel that the texturing over the jacket is a softer material than the rest of the figure. It's harder plastic on the arms and limbs as opposed to the torso, and you can see a little bit of that orange rubbing right over there. But anyway, you can move the head up just that much. That's not very far at all, and it will look down just a little bit, and you get side-to-side motion right over here with the head as well as the neck joint, and the neck joint allows some neck pivoting right over there as well, or it's the head and the neck joints moving together, and it can move forward and back a little bit at the neck right over there. Then you get these shoulder joints that move outward that far, and you can move them down and rotate a full 360. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then this forearm rotation right over here. So the wrist doesn't turn, but the forearm arm turns, and then the wrist will hinge up and down. Same thing with this side right here. No finger clamping action, even though it looks like it should have it, but it doesn't. No ab crunch or anything. You do get a waist swivel though. And then the hips move outward right over here. Nice looking T-joints, especially for back in the day. And then he'll kick forward that much and back a tiny bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then calf rotation right over there. Ankles move down and they move up a little bit. You do get some ankle pivot and toe articulation. Now to measure out this Hugh Jackman superposable Wolverine figure, you can see that he is standing just a bit under the 6.5 inch mark. Then here's our X2 X-Men United Wolverine next to our X-Men movie Wolverine. This is the one that came with the bike. It's not like the actual regular movie release version, but I wanted to have at least, one X-Men movie pre-Marvel Legends figure to compare this to. And then here's Wolverine compared to another X-Men movie figure. We have Mystique, and no, I did not dress her up in the Wolverine in disguise thing. That thing's just a nightmare. Then here's the superposable Wolverine X2 figure next to my superposable Nightcrawler X2 figure, which was one of my first 5 Marvel Legends style figures I ever remember getting. It was the Spider-Man Classics type Spider-Man, and then I think it was Series 3 Wolverine, and then I think I got the Spider-Man Classics Daredevil, and I'm fairly certain the 4th one was this Nightcrawler figure right here. And then here's the X-Men movie superposable Wolverine next to what I consider to be the best Wolverine figure that's not a custom or a Hot Toys Wolverine figure. We have the Diamond Select Toys Marvel Select The Wolverine Movies Wolverine figure. I have lost my mind looking for my custom Wolverine figure. I know it's around here somewhere. I wanted to put it in a different safe place, and I can't remember where that different safe place was. But anyway, here's our 2003 superposable Wolverine figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Wow, what an old suit you have there, with your old articulation, and your old hairstyle, and your old weak... Oh! Hey, you still got it. So I hope you guys ended up enjoying this video, even though it's an older figure and everything. So please hit that like button and the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. And I gotta give a big thanks to all these people over here that support this YouTube channel over on Patreon. If you're interested in supporting and you want the Patreon perks, well, you can check it out, link in the description below. And this figure is fun. It's not a great figure, but there are some things here that I think are really cool, and there are some things that have really held up with this figure as well. I'm not a big fan of the base, of course, and, the head sculpt, yeah, so it's really not the greatest action figure, and it's just not my favorite Wolverine figure in my collection or anything, but it is cool to have the X-Men suited Hugh Jackman Wolverine in my collection, and at the price point of around 20 bucks, I think is what this cost me, yeah, around that price point, I'm giving this a sub rating of... It's not too bad. And I think this was originally like a $7 figure back in the day. I remember picking up the Nightcrawler and it was only like $7.50 to $8. So yeah, back then it was a lot cheaper. But anyway, I still want to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to stay in touch with me over on my social media, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,